Well, there's the bounce, the final quarter of the 1980 Grand Final, and this time we see the knock going straight down to centre play once again, picked up by Thompson. Thompson breaks clear for Koo Wee Rup, belts the ball straight up to the big fella O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer's there, he fumbles it a bit, gets a hand pass over his shoulder, looking for Sanzaro. He goes in after the ball, a gutsy little footballer, this boy. He can't get it, picked up by little Dwyer. Dwyer goes a wild hand pass up in the air. He looks for Sanzaro again, stopped there by Mark Dorr. Dorr tried to turn the ball out for Nar Nar Goon, but it's into a scrimmage, and umpire O'Donnell says give it to me, and we'll bounce it about 30 yards out from the Koo Wee goal. Big White now is back on the ground in the ruck, beaten that time by Jenner, knocked to the ground. In comes Greg Cunningham, looks for the ball, gets it. He's a heady little player. He goes down, a push in the back, no free kick paid. Over the line and out it goes, and it's another throw in, 45 yards round from the Koo Wee goal. A big throw in, very high by umpire Potter. Jenner goes up. White may have got the tap there. In goes Nunn, the racehorse. He can't pick it up. Thrown out of the pack. Picked up there by Cunningham. Cunningham plays on, hangs onto the ball, looking for the free all the way, but he's not going to be paid, unfortunately. And the free kick, no free kick. I thought he might have there, but the ball will be bounced by umpire O'Donnell. Great little footballer, Greg Cunningham. Gutsy little player. The ball bounced, knocked down to the ground by Jenner, picked up there by the Koo Wee Rup player, dropped again like a hot spud. Players don't want to pick it up at the moment, looking for free kicks. That was Allen. You won't get a free kick from this umpire hovering over a ball. He gets it down towards the big fella Collins at full forward. Sorry, it's not Collins, it's Mark Dorr at full back. Cleared though by Nar Nar Goon. Good football by the Goon as they bring it out onto the centre wing. The pack go up. Templeton's there. Templeton tries to get over the Koo Wee player, climbs over the top of him, but it's over the line and out. Well, there's the change we were talking about. North is back on the ground. North is on. I missed out who went off. Ruck fly. Jenner gets the knock, knocks it over to the back of the pack, looking for his teammate over there in the centre of the ground. Only a little fella comes out of the pack real well as young Byrne. Puts it right down towards centre half forward, but only to find in the way is Donnelly, and Donnelly will take a safe mark for Koo Wee Rup. Donnelly at centre half back goes for the high punt, brings it over onto the centre wing, grandstand side, punched away there by the Nar Nar Goon player in Greg Cunningham. Held a player there. It was who was that one? That was Thompson. It was held by the arm, but play goes on without him. Hume gets it for Nar Nar Goon, puts it up into the forward pocket. Collins is there. He's got it. Goes for a kick. Good play, Collins, but he's over the line and out. Would have been a goal too. I don't really believe in my own mind that the umpire could give a decision on that one. He was a long way behind, one of those things, a fast game, and unfortunately he felt that he was over the line as he kicked it. It took him a while to blow his whistle. It was fairly late. Had it have been play on, it would have been a goal. It was a tremendous snapshot by Collins, but it didn't come off. There's the ball brought back in a play, a very high throw. Giles gets the knock in front. In goes Templeton trying. Oh, there's one behind the play. O'Hare, not called for. Not called for. Not called for at all. Anyway, we won't reiterate on that anymore, but I didn't think that was called for in this game. Not from behind. First one we've seen for the day. Oh, and down he goes again. Players going in very hard. Well, it's turned into a brawl now, and unfortunately, this is what Nar Nar Goon didn't want. I don't think Koo Wee Rup wanted it either. Well, the camera's on it. You can see for yourself. It's on again behind the play. There's another player wanting to go in. Fools of themselves, really. Fools of themselves. If either side throws this away, it was unfortunately Koo Wee Rup that started. They may feel that the 11-point or 13-point lead's enough. What is it, 11-point lead? And they feel if they can perhaps stir it up with a bit of a blue, it might seal the game for them. But, well, I don't mind a good tough shirt front to stir a game up, but to clobber from behind is not really my football, and I don't think it's West Gippsland's football either. There's the free kick now being paid to Hume. He's shooting for Nar Nar Goon. It's a wobbly old punt, offline and through for 1 point. 1 point. Players coming off. Hume's off. I would have left him on myself. He's a pretty tough sort of footballer, but it looks like they're taking Hume off and bringing Mark Dorr on as it's Pretty tough football at the moment. Well, there was no sign of a brawl, and all of a sudden, a couple of nasty punches, unnecessary punches, thrown behind play and from behind a player, which is not gutsy football in my book, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, and unfortunately it's put a very black mark on this game, I feel, at this stage. But that's the way it goes, and I guess they want to win a grand final, and they'll win it at all cost either side.
What happened, Tony?
Well, I wouldn't like to go through it all again, Mick. It'd be like a saga, but it was real fair dinkum stuff. If umpire O'Donnell didn't get 3 reports out of that, he's not a fair dinkum umpire, because they were very vicious punches directly in front of him. But however, football goes on. Nar Nar Goon might have copped a few under their lug in that last couple of seconds, but in the meantime they've gone on with it, and it's a goal, and it's brought them right back into the game, and they're determined to take the heavy stuff and go on with the game of football and get themselves within 10 minutes.
Webster got that one, Tony.
It was a good goal by Webster as he put that right through. He was determined to take a couple, and he went on with it and goal.
Well, at the 5-minute mark in the last quarter, and it's really got tense now. Umpire O'Donnell puts the ball down right in the centre. Giles and Jenner jostle for the ball, and Giles comes away with a free kick. Very ticklish one there. We wait now for Giles to take his kick right in the square.
Not good, actually. Not from behind like that.
Giles now transports the ball out onto the half-forward flank. I don't know why they go that far away, but a great mark taken by Phil Green over there. They should go straight up. They should go straight up the middle of the ground here on this Coralline ground. Green now, short passes over to Stevens, but he's dispossessed of the ball by Greg Cunningham, who chips in front, and that cuts off another damaging attack by the Koo Wee Rup side. He short passes to Peter Allen, who's been reasonably quiet in the last quarter, but he handballs across to Noonan. Noonan down to Collins. No, it's over his head. Templeton knocks it out of Hobson's hand. Hobson plays the ball along in front of him. Nunn grabs the ball. He's the racehorse that we were talking about before. He grabs the ball and pushes the ball along in front of him. Collins picks the ball up and he's grabbed, holding the ball. Great tackle by Hobson. Hobson now with a free kick after that great tackle. Bit stiff there for Collins. He grabbed the ball, but Hobson was right on him, and he dispossessed of him very quickly. Hobson now up onto the half-forward flank where we have White. White from behind almost takes a mark, but the ball is knocked away and over the... No, not quite over the line. But Dorr handballs it out into the open. Templeton can't trap the ball. Noonan grabs it very well and brings it down onto the half-forward flank for Nar Nar Goon. Fleming's in front, takes a great mark. Great mark in front of Donnelly. Fleming going back. Young boy, this fella, young, big lad. He puts a big boot into it, right down into the forward line. Byrne, handball over to Cunningham. Here's the danger man running into an open goal. Left foot straight through the middle.
Well, that's football, Mick. Cunningham saying out there, if you want to fight Koo Wee Rup, I'll play footy and go on with it. And that's exactly what he's done. He's brought them right back into the game, and that little bit of heavy stuff from Koo Wee Rup, possibly a lot of clubs would pull that one off and try and upset them, but it hasn't paid off. And once again, the old story, if you go headhunting, quite often you lose goals. Well,
at the just over the 6-minute mark of the last quarter, Nar Nar Goon go to a 2-point lead. Nar Nar Goon 9 goals 12 66. Koo Wee Rup 9 goals 10 64. Giles takes the ball out of the centre, handballs it over to Thompson. Thompson free kick from behind by Cunningham. Thompson now he will go along. He'll go straight up the middle, no doubt. Big kick from Thompson. Picked up by Dwyer. Dwyer out to his brother, other Dwyer. Dorr from behind, punches the ball along.
Oh, he's on again.
Dwyer, yours, Tone. Oh, here we have a punch on right in front of the crowd. This is giving the crowd their money's worth. It couldn't have happened any further, any more central than right in front of the crowd.
Well, they're at it again. It was, once again, I don't think it was called for, and I think players are just getting a bit rattled there. They're getting a bit heady and wanting to sort of punch. And that one wasn't called for, and it was a pretty... well, actually, it's a poor decision that's come out of it, because the bloke that threw the punch that started it, really, the opposition side should have got a kick, but it's gone the other way, and Koo Wee Rup finished up with the kick, and young Jackie Ingram would be happy to have it.
One thing about it, Tony, it's not the big blokes that get involved, it's all the little fellas.
Well, it's a game for all sizes and shapes, and that's what it's all about, football, as we see Ingram's kick go off the pack and through for 1 point only to take Koo Wee Rup on to 9 goals 11 65. Nar Nar Goon 9-12 66, a 1 point lead at the 10-minute mark of the final quarter.
And who'd want it any closer?
Well, you couldn't get it any closer than this, Mick, other than a draw, and I guess the league would enjoy that too. There's the kick now from the half-back flank by Nar Nar Goon. A good kick right down onto the centre wing, far side of the ground. O'Hare goes in. He's certainly muscling a few up at the moment. She's real tough, rough football at the moment, and the little bit of muscle starting to creep in, and a few unnecessary ones behind the play too, if you don't mind, as the ball goes down towards Koo Wee Rup's forward line. It's held out by Nar Nar Goon. They want to win the footy. They're not worried about the fight at the moment. They're going on with it as the ball comes out to the centre wing. Thompson's there. He can't pick it up. Picked up quickly by Sydney. Sydney races away with the ball, puts it high into the half-forward flank, looks for his full forward, who's miles out from goal, and Dwyer has marked about 65 yards out from goal. Well, he's a long way out, Mick. Too far, I think, for a full forward.
Yes, he's moved down the ground chasing a kick, I would say, but White's dropped back there, Tony, and he's flying for the ball with Dorr. But Dorr pushes the ball over the line and out of bounds. Over the line's out of bounds in the forward pocket at this stage. It's any man's game. It's a great finish to the final. Ball's thrown in. Jenner and Giles go for the knockout. Cullinan leads in the race. Jackie Ingram picks the ball up. Drop the ball, but umpire says play on. Cullinan again. He short kicks it over to Jenner. Jenner runs in for the ball. Can't pick it up. Bit of a scrimmage here as players are diving into the ball. The ball is not getting clear. Players are charging for it, and we have Dwyer racing for the boundary line, but it just beats him over the line and out of bounds. Over the line and out of bounds in front of the big crowd here at the Coral Inn football ground, witnessing a great final for the 1980 West Gippsland League Grand Final. Big throw in from the boundary umpire, knocked by Giles to Stevens. Stevens puts the ball over towards the forward line. White can't hold the ball. Dorr clears brilliantly. Dorr right out onto the outer side wing. One kick from the centre, from the goal square, and the ball is right over on the outer wing now, right in the middle of the outer wing. The ball's gone over the line and out of bounds. We wait now for the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. Kennelly and Thompson going for contesting the ruck. No clear winner there. The ball goes over to Popovich. Popovich, a big kick down towards Fleming. Fleming in front. Couldn't hold the mark. Here comes Cullinan charging for the ball. He'll handball it over to Popovich again. He's the opportunist, Popovich. Left foot, but they're all Koo Wee Rup. No, they muffed it. He was in front, Koo Wee Rup. Here's Collins. Here's another opportunist. If he can handball or get clear. And he's put it onto his boot. Great individual effort. Great individual effort, Collins. He done everything there. He done everything. He tackled for the ball. He dodged. He weaved. He was going to handball. Changed his mind and said, no, I'll do it myself, and put it straight through the middle.
I tell you what, Mick, he was wide open to be dropped too, because he was a sitting duck for somebody coming in from the side, and players were merging on him from all angles, and he had the courage to stand up and face it all, and come up with a goal as well. And that's what I call real courage football, that sort of stuff. When you're game enough to see three players coming at you full bore and sort yourself out. Well, we've got a bit of a scrimmage behind the scenes too, so...
They're only little fellas, Tony.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go. There's the ball back in the centre of the ground. It's Big Jenner in there. He's got hold of it. No, he loses it. Goes over to his teammate there in Noonan. Noonan gets it down towards Collins. Collins is out at the centre of the ground at the moment. He's got it. And it's another goal. It's a great goal. Nar Nar Goon. Great football, Nar Nar Goon. Well... he went down heavy, but he's got the goal, and that's all that counts. And Nar Nar Goon keep reminding their opposition that if you want to play it heavy, do it if you like, but we'll go on with the football. And that was the little bloke there. Who was he? Number 4, Greg Cunningham.
Number 4, Dorr.
Greggy Cunningham?
Cunningham.
He's got his second goal, and they go on to 11-12-78. Koo Wee Rup 9-11-65.
I think that bloke had a fit. Well, now we'll see how what sort of fitness we have in the Koo Wee Rup side. Will the extra game last week have taken too much out of them? Nar Nar Goon doing their traditional run on in the last quarter, which they have done in the 2 games that they've played up until this stage. Over the line and out of bounds on the outer wing. Umpire Fogarty brings the ball into play. Jenner puts the ball down. Noonan runs for the ball, but he really didn't want it, and he let the ball go over the line and out of bounds. Over the line and out of bounds once again on the outer wing.
I think he's juiced right up and broke.
Have an unfortunate situation taking place behind us. We'll get back to the footy. Fleming puts a big kick right into the square, and Well, that opportunist in Greg Cunningham, unopposed, takes a great mark. Greg Cunningham, why the devil let the Koo Wee Rup backman let Greg Cunningham loose on the forward line, I do not know. From that big kick out from the half forward flank, right into the centre, or right into the centre half forward position. Greg Cunningham on his own, marked unopposed.
Mick, I feel there the incident earlier of the blue on the down in the pocket here, it hasn't done Koo Wee Rup any good. I felt they had the game won up to length, and that blue's completely rattled them, and they've let Nar Nar Goon right in.
Well, I tell you what, they're a side that you can't let in. Once they get a foot in the door, they'll come a-running, and what have they done? They've just done that, they've come a-running. And I don't think any blue will stop them now. They've got their confidence up, they've gone to 3 goals, 1 in front, and you know, I think it'll be shut the door how far Nar Nar Goon. Cunningham. Umpire O'Donnell puts the ball down. We have they've made a big move now. They put Paul Neal onto the ball. Paul Neal's rucking for the Koo Wee Rup side. Probably got to do something like that to, you know, to inspire them. Dwyer out of the centre down to the forward line, but a great mark by Dorr. Dorr now very safe in defence. He puts the ball out onto the outer wing where it's Gerard Byrne misses the run for the ball, and gee, it's getting dark over there.
Yeah, real dark here at the moment. It's just on, 16 minutes into the final quarter as we see Koo Wee Rup player bring the ball out from the back line, put it right down onto the half-forward line, picked up by the big fella Giles. He tries to swing them into attack. He's given them everything today. Big Dwyer's there. He can't mark it. Oh, Dorr's playing brilliant football. And this young Dorr, Johnny Dorr, he's right into the game, and he's got the tempo going at the moment. Great stuff as Jeff Dorr, as he clears the ball straight out, right up to the centre half-forward, only to find being turned out there by another great player today in Green of Koo Wee Rup. Green puts the ball down into the centre of the ground, and the little ginger top Cullinan is waiting there to take a safe mark. Cullinan play straight on. Play on calls the umpire as he cuts across the mark. In go players hard, picked up there by the player of Koo Wee Rup in Hobson. Hobson turns, comes out of the pack well, shoots a short pass down to his teammate in Stevens, and Stevens has taken the mark on the centre wing. Stevens goes for a drop kick, not a bad one too. High up towards the half-forward flank. Cullinan's there. Cullinan loses the ball, picked up this time by Ingram. It's Paul Neal. Neal gets away with it, gets it over to his teammate in Sanzaro. Oh, tough football, Sanzaro, as he tried to crash his way through North, but North stood his ground, and he probably was the better of the two. He was just that fraction tougher, as we see Thompson going hard. He gets the ball over. There goes a player down on his knees, Arnold. Cop one around the ear, and the free kick will go to Arnold on the half-back line for Nar Nar Goon. It was what you call an ear thumper special, that one. There was no spite in it. It was just a grab out at him, and it didn't connect him and just caught him around the head, but he's okay as he goes the big kick. Hardy hit him, the better he kicks, puts the ball right out of the centre wing, far side of the ground, and out there is Allen taking a diving mark and will steady play down. Allen goes across towards the centre of the ground. He looks for Kennelly. Kennelly's there in front of his opponent in Dennis and takes an easy mark. Kennelly kids the player in on the mark, gets him right in. Dennis falls for the bait and has been dragged back 15 yards. There's no doubt about this Kennelly. He's got all the ammunition for football, hasn't he?
He's a prolific kick getter for the Nar Nar Goon side.
He's what we thought may be the match winner in the last quarter as he belts the ball right down towards centre half forward. The opportunist Collins waits at the back of the pack, takes it off the pack, turns, shoots for goal, but it's offline and through for 1 point. And Nar Nar Goon go on to 12 goals, 13, 84. Koo Wee Rup, 9, 11, 65. Plenty of time to get back into the game, but do you think they can do it, Mick?
No, I think they're gone at this stage. They haven't run. In that third quarter, they were running well, and they were doing everything right. But as you said, since the blue, they've sort of lost their poise. And Nar Nar Goon, now that they've got their noses in front, they're 3 goals, 2 in front. And, you know, I think it'll be shut the gate how far Nar Nar Goon.
Well, there it is, the ball back in the centre of the ground. The big fella goes up high, cops a bit of a bump over the ear, and down goes Jenner. Jenner and Thompson clashed as they went for the ball there, and it's Jenner down on the ground, probably stalling for a bit of time too, I would think, to try and hold the play up, but there's probably time on call and it won't matter much as the trainers run out to assist. Big Jenner, been a great footballer, kick 3. Taking his time, trainers all round him. Comes in now, goes the kick. It's a good one. It's a good punt kick too from Jenner, right down towards centre half forward. White goes up, Green goes up high, couldn't pull it down. Cleared out by Koo Wee Rup. They put it over onto the wing on the far side of the ground, and through comes Thompson. He's a great footballer, this bloke. Never gives in, Thompson. Kicks the ball straight down towards centre half forward. Looks for Sanzaro. Sanzaro's there, loses the run of the ball. Picked up by Nar Nar Goon. It's good football by Nar Nar Goon as they get it up onto the centre wing, only to find Dwyer in the way. Greg Dwyer goes for the kick down towards centre half forward. They're not kicking the ball long enough, I don't feel, as we see another Koo Wee Rup player going after it. Sanzaro, he can't pick it up. It's a real scramble at the moment, but it goes over the line and out for a throw in on the centre wing, far side of the ground. 20 minutes into the final quarter, and 20 points the difference.
Throw in from the far side of the ground. We have Jenner and Neil going for the ball. Jenner gets the ruck and he taps it down in front of him, over towards Sanzaro, but the ball beats him over the line and out of bounds. Bit of negative passage of play here at the stage. I think Nar Nar Goon are quite content to keep it over on that outer wing and just hold it there. They've got a lead of 3 goals too, and that's just where they're going to stay. Templeton now running for the ball. He picks it up. Short passes in towards John Dorr, but Cullinan picks the ball up. No, he can't pick it up. Diving in front there is Alan Nunn. He's dispossessed of the ball, but it comes back to the centre where Green takes a good mark on his chest. He'll plays on immediately, puts the ball out towards Brendan Dwyer, and a great one-handed mark by Brendan Dwyer. It's one of the few times he's got away from this player that they put on him in Greg Dorr, and it took a great mark, great one-handed mark, and a goal would certainly lift Koo Wee Rup, and that's what they wanted, but they haven't got it. And he puts the ball over the line, off the hands of Giles, out of bounds. Over the line and out of bounds in the forward pocket for the Koo Wee Rup side, and the ball is played back in. Giles and Jenner go for the ruck. No decisive hit out off that play, and here comes Kennelly. No, he's dispossessed of the ball by Phil Thompson. Thompson playing a great game of football, could not get a decisive kick. Giles goes for the ball, can't pick it up. Noonan goes in, can't pick it up. Great tackle by Dorr, but it's too high. I think Dorr just threw himself there to try and just, throw down the play.
22 minutes. 22 minutes gone in the final quarter, 20 points the difference in favour of Nar Nar Goon, and they've gone on with the football in this last quarter, and it looks like they're going to go on with the premiership as we see Ingram come in to shoot for Rakui, only to find a short kick, and the ever reliable down there in the back line was Allen to take the mark. Allen goes for the short pass, looks for his teammate on the half-back flank. Play on calls the umpire as he takes the mark and elects to play on. It was Kennelly, was it, I think, as he comes out, kicks the ball onto the centre wing, far side of the ground, getting very dark over there, hard to pick them up. It's a little fella, I think, that time there, Byrne, who gets the ball over. He gets it down to Collins, and Collins is marked about 70 yards out from goal, about centre half forward, even closer to the centre. He plays straight on, looks for his teammate down there, and he's found Popovich on the half forward flank. Popovich with the ball, taking plenty of time. He's stalling for time now. They've got 20 points up, and that's all they need, they feel. As he comes in, goes the big kick. It's a good one. Right into the square, punched off the pack, through for 1 point, and they go to a 21-point lead. 12-14-86, Nar Nar Goon. 9-11-65, Koo Wee Rup on the Roger Manson Holden scoreboard. The kick in is a good one too, out to the grandstand flank. Cullinan's there, and Cullinan chips in to take an easy mark, uncontested, and a great mark too by Cullinan. There's the kick. Oh, poor kick from Cullinan. Goes straight to Koo Wee Rup player. He's a chance to go. He's caught too slow to get rid of it. That was Stevens. He's down. Players going down, feeling the pressure now. As we see the little fellow, he won't give in, this boy, Dwyer. Greg Dwyer played a great game of football. He gets it up onto the half-forward flank to Sanzaro, another great player for Koo Wee Rup. Hasn't given in all day. The ball right up into the forward line, only to find in the way up there is Scanlon, and Scanlon takes it over the line and out for a throw-in. Good defensive play, Mick, by Scanlon.
Yeah, they're running well. That defensive Nar Nar Goon side. They're running the ball out of the defence and then going for the big kick. At that particular stage, he ran it over the line.
They've got a lot of speed on at the moment. They've got as much, I think, in this last quarter as they had in the first quarter.
It's been their pattern of play right through, Tony.
Boundary umpire now with the ball, brings it back into play. He's not only thrown it 40 yards high, he's thrown it 40 yards long. It's a massive throw in. The ruckman get lost looking for it. It eventually comes to the ground, picked up by Dorr. Dorr comes out. Great football, Dorr, as he brings it out onto the centre wing, grandstand side of the ground, punched away by O'Hare. Collins is out there looking for kicks in the centre wing, picked up this time by Dwyer. Dwyer races it back in for Koo Wee Rup. He gets it up into the forward line. The opportunist and racehorse is there in Nunn. Nunn bolts clear, ducks around two players, goes for a hand pass to his teammate in Stevens. Stevens lines them up, but he's under pressure and puts it through for 1 point.
Would have almost been a down the field free kick there.
Yes, it was. I wondered whether he actually got into him or whether Stevens fell back on him. I couldn't see. I thought his leg had gone for a moment, and he's limping badly too. But the umpire didn't see it, and the point counts, and that brings it back to a neat 20 points in favour of Nar Nar Goon. 12-14-86 Nar Nar Goon. Koo Wee Rup 9-12-66.
As Greg Dorr puts the ball in and Peter Allen takes a safe mark in the back pocket. He's been a good footballer all day. He'll take his time and go for a long kick. Long kick from Allen out onto the centre wing where Kennelly, that other match winner, takes a good mark on the chest. He'll take his time once again. They'll bring the ball. Hello, he's run around the ball, run around the player on the mark and taken a long kick down towards the centre half forward position. Great mark, Neil Fleming. Fleming to bring the ball down now into the forward line for the Nar Nar Goon side. Give it a Tony. I just can't pick him up.
As we see the ball now on the half-back line, driven out by O'Hare. O'Hare puts it right up onto the centre wing, only to find in the way there is North. North races in for Nar Nar Goon, puts it right down to full forward. A great kick by North, but in the last line of defence it was Adamson. Adamson waits for the ball, gets it out onto the half-back flank. In comes Byrne. Byrne wheezes and ducks, steps around 3 players, gets around 4, goes for a hand pass. Good football, Byrne, but it didn't come off. The hand pass has failed. A free kick will be given in the meantime, and a little bit... Yes, a little bit touchy that one, but he's got the kick, and that was O'Hare who's taken the kick. O'Hare for Koo Wee Rup puts the ball up onto the centre wing, only to find Allen in the way, and Allen with 1 goal on the board to his own score, shoots it out now, looking for Popovich on the half-forward flank. Popovich, they're into time on, as Popovich takes the ball now, swings it across looking for Kennelly, and the ever-reliable Kennelly takes a mark and steadies it right down at centre half forward.
As the crowd starts to leave the ground, Tony.
Yes, it's the first move. The last 2 minutes has been the first move. Good, Tom. There's the ball now, still in the hands of Kennelly. I suppose he's taken a good minute here in twiddling around, looks for more loose time, looks for a lead, good lead too, but not going to come off. It's a mark failed there by Nar Nar Goon, but they battle on, they do well, they go in after the ball again, try to get it out into the open spaces. Kennelly goes back in again, he's a never reliable, this bloke, he just doesn't give in, looks for Templeton. Templeton races to the ball over there with Sydney. Sydney's too fast for him though, and he's brushed to one side, Templeton. Sydney comes out with the ball. He's been a good player, I feel, for Koo Wee Rup today, as he puts the ball down onto the centre wing, far side of the ground. His mate Thompson there, probably one of their best players, comes out, puts a left foot punt kick right over into the centre of the ground, looking for the big fella in Giles, and Giles takes the mark. Mickey Fox will be picking out best players for us and goal kickers at the end of the game, as we see Giles put the ball right down to Shane Dwyer. Dwyer can't pick it up. There's a bit of a dust up behind the play, a little bit of muscle, but umpire O'Donnell is quick on the scene and has fixed that very smartly. In the meantime, the ball has been sorted out, and the free kick will go to the big fella Jenner. Jenner now with the ball, puts it up onto the centre wing, far side of the ground. Thompson takes on 3 players, comes in hard, in goes the big fella White. He can't pick it up, knocked out of the pack by the Nar Nar Goon boy, over towards Sydney. Sydney can't get rid of it, in goes Ingram. He tries to bustle his way through the pack, can't do much with it, picked up by Nar Nar Goon, driven back into the centre of the ground, but a mark and a free kick will be played to Greg Dwyer in the centre of the ground. Greg Dwyer with the ball in the centre of the ground, goes for the big punt kick. Still a bit of time in the game. There's not impossible to kick 3 goals in 3 minutes, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen here today, as we see Koo Wee Rup this time through the agency of Dennis drive the ball out onto the centre wing. Over there is Sydney. Sydney tries to pull the ball in, can't. Picked up by Allen. Allen races clear, goes for a hand pass. It comes off to good football Nar Nar Goon as it goes to Webster. Webster looks for Collins, and he's got Collins in front of O'Hare, 3 yards too fast for him on that occasion, and Collins has taken the mark at centre half forward. Collins comes in, goes the big spiral punt. It's a beautiful kick too, goes right down into the forward pocket there. Players knock it away, picked up this time by Webster. Webster looks for a hand pass, can't get it, decides to go for a left foot kick. I tell you what, it's not a bad kick. Or what has happened? Boundary umpire says out, and it's a short time on, Mick, and the siren's gone, and it's a Nar Nar Goon grand final, 12-14-86 to 9-12-66. And now for a summary of the game, Mick Fox.
A great result for football here, Tony. Nar Nar Goon running out winners, 12-14-86 to Koo Wee Rup 9-12-66, and I think there would be no prouder man in football in Victoria at this particular stage than Bill Doherty, the president of the West Gippsland Football League for 9 years, who has announced his retirement and he is going to present the Memorial Cup to the Nar Nar Goon Football Club.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Mick, because I'm supposed to be down there to get it organised.